What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joseph Parker. Get this, Joseph Parker could have himself in a position for a much bigger fight. Okay, he says that his rematch is with Zhang, but if the fight only if everyone agrees to the terms. Okay, and if there's a better fighter out there for Joseph Parker, which is the WBO interim championship, they will go that route. Okay, now understand something. What has happened since then? Okay, and this is pretty much old news now, because knowing what we know, I'm counterpunching the news that we know that Zhang is finalizing a deal with Wilder. So those guys are supposed to fight June 1st. So that puts Joseph Parker in a position to fight whoever. So he's up for grabs for a lot of fights. That puts a lot of fights in jeopardy. You think about it. Okay, you got Filip Hrgovic. Filip Hrgovic is the mandatory of the IBF. Okay. Now, they're talking about a Daniel Dubois, Filip Hrgovic fight. That would be great if it's actually signed, sealed, delivered. Okay, and we heard about that fight before the finalization of the Zhang-Wilder fight. Okay, so we got the Zhang-Wilder fight pretty much in the bag. But Joseph Parker's left without an opponent. Well, who is Anthony Joshua going to fight? See, he could rematch Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker could once again make millions from a fight with AJ, because AJ's the cash cow. Let's just, it is what it is. And he could fight him. And that would be a good fight for Joseph Parker and AJ, because they get the rematch, and once again, a high stake. Not the highest stake like it was before, because Joseph Parker was the full WBO champion. Okay, and Joshua was the WBA and the IBF at the time. Okay, so that was for unification. However, this is for a high stake, because see, Joshua is the guy that's already in line to fight the winner of Fury versus Usyk. Okay, now look how things may turn in boxing. That's why it's so exciting to me. Because, okay, let's say Parker fights Joshua and fucks around and beat him, because he didn't supposed to beat Wilder, remember? And then Zhang was supposed to annihilate him, remember? Because Joseph Parker annihilated him, remember? You remember all these factors that were against Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker defied all odds. Okay, what if that happens and Tyson loses? We could see Joseph Parker taking on Alexander Usyk for undisputed one day. Especially if Usyk beats Tyson Fury to the point where Tyson Fury no longer wants to compete, and he wants to do another hiatus or retire at that point, because he has taken the first L, and that L he can't get over. He may go and slump into all types of mental illness issues if that comes. So we don't know the outcome or the repercussions of a loss from Tyson Fury. But nonetheless, if he does fall from grace, God help him. However, life goes on. So that means Alexander Usyk is looking for an opponent, being an undisputed champion. And Joseph Parker has fought and defeated Anthony Joshua. So both of these guys have beat Anthony Joshua at this point. So what happens then? Those guys have to fight. Counterpunch. Those guys have to fight on that end. Because he has beat Joshua, and Joshua was guaranteed by Turki Al-Sheikh, okay, on top of being the WBO interim anyway, right? So, look, a lot of things could go so many different ways. Of course, Joshua could beat Parker, which more than likely that that may seem ideal to a lot of people, that Joshua, takes out Joseph Parker. Maybe, maybe not. However, it is very, very plausible that Joseph Parker now can get a much bigger fight. See, before, this was just an article, but now how we see how these gears are turning, and we can see the possibilities actually looking forward and approaching. Okay, so it's like Joseph Parker's in a good position right now, and better than he thought, because it gets him out of that shit rematch clause with Zhang, especially if Zhang gets knocked out by Deontay Wilder, and he's already beat Deontay Wilder. So, there's nowhere else to go but up. But you guys tell me what you think of Joseph Parker now in position for a much, much, much bigger fight than the rematch with Zhilei Zhang. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!